Next on Worcester News Tonight, celebrating the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Hundreds attend a breakfast in Worcester. And a pickup truck crashes into a city restaurant, leaving it in shambles. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim McCone. Some angry car owners in the city of Worcester this morning when they awoke to find their vehicles towed. Tonight, the city is apologizing and admitting they made a mistake. With the snow coming down last night, the city of Worcester issued a parking ban. The problem is that the ban wasn't issued until 11:30 at night, well after plenty of residents had gone to bed. When they awoke, they discovered that their car had been ticketed and towed. Tonight, the city of Worcester issued an apology on their Facebook page saying, in an effort to thoroughly clear the streets, a parking ban was declared at 11:30 Sunday due to continued snowfall accumulation. On occasion, the timing of the declaration does not allow residents ample time to move their vehicles or the city the time required to communicate this overnight through all media and social media outlets. Therefore, general forgiveness is being granted for all tickets issued in relation to the parking ban declared between January 17th and 18th. However, some residents are still upset, wondering if the city will also reimburse them for the towing fee that was more than $100. The city says they can't answer that question immediately tonight. The weather also playing a factor in an accident that has left a city restaurant with major damage. The accident taking place around 6:30 this evening on Stafford Street. The owner of Sisters Breakfast and Lunch says the driver of a pickup lost control when he tried to pass another driver and lost control of his vehicle. The pickup then eventually crashing through the corner of Sisters. The damage is serious. No word yet on the condition of the driver or how long this will force the restaurant to close. In Auburn, police are searching for suspects after multiple cars in the neighborhood had their windows shot out over the weekend. Our Olivia Lemon spoke with residents whose cars were hit, and she has the story.
When he closed the driver's door, it sounded like ice coming from the top of the roof, which was really weird because it hadn't snowed.
Stephanie Hebert discovered this damage Sunday morning. The back window of her car was one of 20 Auburn police say shot by a BB gun.
We believe it was somebody driving by with a BB gun. They didn't stop and shoot, they were driving and shooting.
Police say in some cases entire windows were shattered, others had pellets in the metal part of the vehicle.
It's not a harmless prank, obviously. It causes people a lot of damage, it causes people a lot of headaches. They have to make all those appointments to get the glass repaired, and the cost it's a significant cost as far as damage goes.
I called the insurance company right after I talked to the police. I have full coverage on my vehicle, thank God, because otherwise I'd be paying out of pocket and I wouldn't be able to do it.
Hebert says her boyfriend's car was also hit, but the BB stuck in his windshield.
It's very inconvenient. It's heartbreaking.
I feel for the other families that, it did inconvenience. And
Francisco Rondon's car was hit too. He says he has an appointment with his insurance company to get the glass fixed.
Luckily, the kids weren't in school today, and I didn't have to, get them into the car too early and drive them to school and things like that.
It's just a sad thing, It's why put people through that just for fun? Really? That's not fun. That's stupidity.
Olivia Lemon, Worcester News Tonight.
Police in Rutland are describing an attack on a dog as a brutal incident. The owner says her dog, Abby, was beaten with a stick multiple times by two men Saturday morning on Maple Ave. Abby suffered severe bruising from the beating. And Animal Control says the dog also suffers from an autoimmune disorder which causes her platelets to be very low. This contributed to her excessive and quick swelling bruises. Rutland Police and Animal Control are looking for two men in a black sedan.
In my 10 years experience as an animal control officer, I've never seen anything like this. I've seen a few bad cases over the years, but nothing where someone just, for no apparent reason, brutally attacked an animal.
Abby was treated at Wachusett Animal Hospital and is now back home with her owners where she will receive treatment. Hundreds in the city turned out today in Worcester to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on his birthday. The event included speeches, song, scholarships, and a message to continue Dr. King's dream. Our Patricia Nicholas was there and has more.
Hundreds gathered for the annual Martin Luther King Jr. Day breakfast at Quinsigamond Community College. Attendees say it has developed over the years.
I've been going here for as long as my mom's been going here, so like 14 years, and it's been good every year.
Speakers are more diverse. We have such a powerful community here, and every year I see it working together even stronger and more positively and more powerfully.
Various groups sang for the attendees, including Henry Wally, who sang a cappella with the Knights of Zion from Belmont AME.
Every year it seems just to get a little more people, and it's inspiring to be here with the speakers and all of that, and of course with the different performances that are up there.
Various political dignitaries greeted the crowd. The keynote address was given by former state representative Marie St. Fleur. She spoke of Worcester's rich history of love and caring for one another.
You know what? I actually believe Worcester has been demonstrating that American dream. I don't think it's lifted up enough, and that's why it was important for me to speak to it.
Attendees say they were pleased with the event and look forward to sharing the message.
I want to change being rude to my parents.
A lot of people focused on the message of love as opposed to hate. And, you know, so often it's really easy to get distracted by hate. And it's really, I think, true that love that's the only antidote to hate.
Patricia Nicholas, Worcester News Tonight.
Training begins today for the Worcester Police Department's newest recruits. 36 men and women begin 6 months of police academy training, hoping to add to the city's police force. Our Andy Madison has a look at the recruit class.
On your feet!
They are training to be part of Worcester's police force. 36 recruits starting that journey today.
Working together.
With a visit from City Manager Ed Augustus.
I really appreciate the opportunity just to kind of set a tone and set of expectations for the recruits.
It will be 6 months of classroom training and physical training, ending with graduation in July.
You want them to key on not finishing, but to enjoy and get the most of what you can out of each day, to learn what we are as a community, as a police department, and you know, what their expectations are.
The city manager talked to the recruits about challenges police officers face on the job, including some recent events where police encounters were scrutinized because of cell phone video.
Their action in a split second could have a lot of scrutiny over a long period of time. And that's a huge stress, I think, on any police officer.
This generation grew up with cameras, so the last class and this class, they're used to Facebook and, you know, all the media.
It's an element of the job that has gotten a lot more attention over the years, and one the city manager and police department feels the recruits can handle if they serve the city as officers.
With any good luck, some of those guys and gals in there are going to work for the city of Worcester for the next 30, 35 years.
Andy Madison, Worcester News Tonight.
Police are still searching for a suspect and vehicle involved in a hit and run on Canterbury Street early Sunday morning. Police say they got a call shortly after 3 a.m. about a hit and run accident in the area of 225 Canterbury Street. When officers arrived, they found a 35-year-old male lying in the street. The victim is in stable condition with lower leg and pelvic trauma. The victim provided police with 3 different names at the hospital and was uncooperative, making it difficult to identify him. Police now say they do know his identity but are not releasing it. Police are looking for a possibly gray or black sedan, headlights with LED underneath, and the vehicle should have front end and lower spoiler damage.